Hey y'all, Dekumon here and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. Last time we wrapped up the patch, what are we on now? 4.2? Yeah, we should be on 4.2. The patch 4.2 storyline met Yatsuyu's brother. That guy's a real piece of work. Oof. But we're not gonna be playing with the main story today. Nope. We gotta bail Alphino out after he bought Gosetsu's sword. So we're gonna actually talk to Sorobon here and start up the Trials storyline for Stormblood with an auspicious encounter. You would know more of my venture. Excellent. I should be glad to tell you all I know. Though perhaps it would be easier to let our anonymous client speak for his or herself. Here, their missive. For the Ruby Sea and all who call her home, we seek the aid of the warrior who laid low the Lord of the Revel. But first, we bid him make haste to Hell's Lid and quell the Oni that dwells in its deepest depths. Should he succeed in this test, we shall speak of the true endeavor and consummate reward. A strange proposal, aye, though it must be noted that they knew both of your deeds and of our part in them. The Red have no love of trickery, so I doubt it is a trap of theirs. And should this client have honest intentions, then for the sake of these waters, it may behoove us to engage them further. As for their test, enclosed with the missive was a magic dagger, along with instructions as to how it may be used to open a hidden passage into the depths of Hell's Lid. I should mention that this dagger is old and exceedingly valuable. That our client was willing to entrust it to us without a guarantee of our cooperation bespeaks considerable wealth, and more importantly, considerable reward. If you are willing to undertake their trial, I shall journey to Hell's Lid and prepare to open the path. But given the financial incentive, I think it for the best if I went and fetched Mistress Tataru. Wait for us there, then. We're gonna get Tataru involved in this. Probably a good idea. Well, if any region deserves to be called Hell's Lid, it's an active flipping volcano. Seriously. This is unsafe. I mean, I assume we don't have the same rules of volcanology that we do in the real world. All right, I've already passed out from all the fumes. Hope you haven't been waiting long, Dekumon. Not too long. My apologies for the delay. I thought it best to explain everything to Mistress Tataru on the way.
Honestly, all he had to say was he'd found a way to make up for Alphino's obscene expenditures. No matter how reckless or dangerous they seem, if it balances the ledger, I'm all for it.
You're gonna get me in trouble, Tataru, you know that?
So, there's a bunch of monsters living beneath us. What kind of place is this anyway?
Well, according to ancient legend, Hell's Lid is where the hero Tenzin defeated a host of Oni. Oni? Tenzin? Oni were foul, evil beings that tormented the peoples of the Ruby Sea, and the island was home to many, until Tenzin, together with the Four Lords, drove the Oni into the sea. For his heroic deeds, Tenzin was showered with riches. He then journeyed deep into the mountains, far from the realms of men, and lived in solitude with his companions, happily ever after. Or so they say, right?
And now, Dekumon's being asked to drive the Oni away again.
You misunderstand. What I told you was a fairy tale. To the best of my knowledge, no one has ever seen an Oni. If anything, many assume the tale refers to ancestors of the Kojin.
So, what you're saying is that you've got no idea what's waiting for us down below. In that case, I'll leave this to the experts. If you need me, I'll be hiding behind that rock over there.
There is no place safe on a volcano, Tataru. Least of all behind a rock. By experts, I presume she means you and your adventuring companions. I do hope you were not counting on me to join you in this fight. Don't worry, I wasn't. I'm sure I can round up a couple randos to go play in a dungeon, which is what it sounds like I'm gonna do. Oh dear. Maybe we should wait till the volcano's not actively erupting. Hell's Lid, now accessible. Yep, we got us a dungeon. Funny how this starts with a dungeon as opposed to an actual trial, but nice of them to actually change it up a bit. So, dungeons. Here we are, Hell's Lid. Having found themselves in somewhat dire financial straits, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn are on the lookout for profitable ventures. Fortuitously, one appears to have presented itself, an anonymous missive from an individual seeking the aid of the warrior who laid low the Lord of the Revel. But before they will divulge the details, they would put your abilities to the proof. To wit, you are to venture into the hidden depths of Hell's Lid, a volcanic island once home to a host of Oni, at least according to ancient legend. Nah, item level is 310, I am already at 400, the max for the level 70 areas, so I should have no problem with this thing. Goodness gracious me, you gotta love some of these cues. Anyway, welcome to Hell's Lid, a very warm dungeon as you can tell. You know, big inside an active volcano. No, this place just screams unsafe. But hey, such is the life of an adventurer. Now, I have no idea what we have. What are we looking at? A paladin, a sage, and a monk. It's not a bad little spread. Oh, and of course somebody's new. That's fine. You can take these guys on no problem. Oh, it has been a long time since I've done Hell's Lid. The paladin's in the 70 range, so he might be relatively fresh here too. Let me do my duty and get my dots on everybody. There we go. Wasn't really much of a point pulling this first pack, I'm gonna be honest. There's nowhere else to really go until this one's dealt with. Of course, once it's dealt with, that's a lovely thing waiting for us down here. 4 of these wall enemies. Just absolutely lovely. Ooh, I actually need to burn a refulgent here before I lose it. Make sure everybody's got the dots on. I know, I don't have to dot everybody anymore. It's just a habit. Not a bad one, I suppose. We gotta clear all these guys out anyway. Although, none of them are really surviving the full dot duration. They're barely surviving any dot duration. Ooh, hi! That's a big old lion there. I know, I just talked about wasting dots, but the big guy at least gets dots. Can we at least agree the big guy gets dots? He deserves the dots. I've got a lot of people here I could be using my quick knock on. I need more bodies. I need a bigger target. A better target, thank you. Oh dear. Oh dear. That could have ended very badly. Oh, I did not realize we have living liquid guys down here. Really big guy. Man, that's charging fast. Thank you. We get to our first boss, and okay, that is hands down an Oni. I know the guy said there were no Oni down here, but holy cow, that's an Oni. Get all my buffs going. I kinda wish we had a monk so we could, or a ninja so I could really get some free damage in. Alright, just like all the Cyclops-esque enemies, he doesn't have a lot of AoE markers. You're just gonna have to watch it. Oh, that's, that was not close. That was unpleasantly close, thank you, sir. And there are rocks falling from the sky. Oh, that is probably just gonna be a huge swing, isn't it? Yes, it is. Oh, all the flippin' Vuln stacks for everybody. Oh, I need to. I didn't get it off in time. Grr. That was my own fault. Oh, hi. Oh, that's unpleasant. He's following that guy. And he just dropped a sword and a shield. Okay, so that, yeah, the shield, when he jumps to it, he gets a big spin. He jumps to the sword. He does another big swing. And then he does the big cone again. I think that's about all we're gonna see from him. Now, when he's doing that chase, you do have to watch out because he is damaging anybody that gets too close to it. I'm not even gonna make it to a third song. No, sir. Toast. And our Oni falls. And the loot from here is, what are we looking at item level wise? 325? Nah. Definitely don't need any of that. The aesthetics have changed dramatically. Was that a weasel? Did I just see a weasel run away from us? I think I did. Why for a weasel? Well, I got rid of that shelled guy. There's a whole bunch of other ones here to play with. Oh. Yes, keep feeding my Wanderer's Minuet. I will sit here and blast you guys with the rest of the good songs. No, you don't. Oh, okay. Excuse me if I don't burn this beforehand. There. I was gonna lose those stacks. Uh-oh. Hey! God dang it, get back here. I can't even Peloton between pulls very often. Because we're always right into the next pull. I think I got something's attention I shouldn't have. There we go, okay. Tank's got everything back under control, and he is very swiftly dying. Okay. I thought he died there for half a second. No. Sage got it under control. That's good. Start working out the little single targets here. Takes care of him, and all that's left is a Kaja. There, finally an excuse to Peloton just to go 5 feet into a weasel? Weasel turned into second boss. Okay. I mean, sure, fine. Weasel turns into second boss. I've seen weirder things in this game, I suppose. I forget which one. Oh yeah, that's the donut one. So, yeah, his stance will kind of give you a hint as to what attack he's about to perform. So you kind of have to watch what he's doing when he does these big curls up. And he's got these big half rooms, so kind of need to stay close. Yeah, Weasel Windcutter. This is definitely a Eastern, I don't remember if this is Chinese or Japanese. That's a line shot that has the legend of the weasel, the slicing weasels. Oh dear. Anyway, he's gone into his ad phase, which is pretty easy. Just don't touch the tornadoes, watch the explosions, and watch for the weasel as he does this. Yeah, we're just gonna go this way and avoid getting wrecked as he jumps between the twisters. And our poor Sage is dead. That's not good. And he should do, yep, it's prox AoE. Run all the way to the edge to minimize the damage, because we don't have a healer no more. Hopefully we can drop this guy relatively quickly before the tank goes down and the rest of us with him. There we go. That was just a touch scarier than it needed to be. Just a touch. Now, where's our oh, there he is. He is running up from the back. Whoa. Okay, this is not what I expected to find inside a volcano. This is a really cool looking area. It's definitely got that Stormblood aesthetic for Kugane areas. Uh-oh. I've got the attention of a mob. I do not like this. I do not like having the attention of a mob. I do not like having the attention of two mobs. Come on, tank. Oh dear. Thank you. That was getting a little nerve-wracking there. Okay, much better. Now we can just focus on not standing in that little AoE. I think that's the last guy, yep. It's actually one of the ones I dotted at the very beginning. He got his full dot duration. Oh, wow. Dude, you might want to wait till you have a little more health before you start going into another pull. Doubly so when our healer is not here again? Did he go down and I didn't see it? Darn. I mean, plus side, he's a paladin. Dude can heal himself with clemency, but still. And yeah, I know I could be singing a song right now, but I don't feel like wasting a song on a single enemy. Especially when it's not a boss. Heck, I'm not even gonna burn Sidewinder here. Hang on, treasure chest. Don't care. Oh, hi. Hello, doorman. You'll forgive me if I pop a song or two here. Get some dots out on everybody. The Bolt Storm and the Stillwind Nues. Yeah, these are the doormen for this dungeon. They're pretty easy. It becomes more and more common that they like to add these little doormen mini bosses right before the final fight. There's no real mechanics to these guys, which is kind of sad. But it's kind of spongy. That's about all they're good for. Sitting here soaking hits. I mean, yeah, they have occasional AoEs, but I'm not really gonna have a problem with those. I hope no one else here does. Okay, that definitely looks important. Clearly coming up on the final fight area here. All right, what's waiting for us? Turtle? Old man Turtle? Holy cow. Leonardo's really let himself go over the ages. All right. He conjured an arena? Yes, he did. He did indeed conjure an arena. Anyway, Genbu here will be our final boss for Hell's Lid. I need to make sure I am fully zoomed out. Turn on all the buffs, lay waste. Avoid eating Hell of Water, because there's no reason I should eat that. Oh, well that one I have to eat, sorry. But at least I can make sure it's away from the rest of the team. All right, here comes his real mechanic. Simon says, see the blue thing pulsing there? That'll tell you which squares to avoid, and the arrows will tell you how it's gonna go. Ooh, I about lost my my dots there. That would've been bad. Here comes another Sinister Tide. Man, I gotta move again. Well, he's already under half. Is this all you got, dude? Because you're gonna drop here before anything major happens. Ah. Yeah, he has an ad phase. Which, I'd like to pop this before I lose it. Thank you. Alright. The squares that are lit up, don't touch those. You gotta break the gate before his focus maxes out. And his gate's already half and his focus is barely at a quarter. Oop. A couple times that can get hairy when you end up with 3 spots side by side. Of course, I have to reapply my dots. All right, now these flows get a little more interesting, so it's gonna do 5 squares this time. Oop. I would rather not stand in that, thank you. And I'll hit him with the big shot, because we're not gonna get to an LB2. Not too bad. I killed a giant turtle. And of course he ends up on his back. Huh? He turned back into a little turtle. That's so cute. I'm taking him home with me, putting him in my terrarium. Yeah, that was a fun little diversion. Oh, and his arena's disappearing. That's good. Kind of messes with the decor. So, what? Turtle soup, anybody? Oh. I see you two were bringing up the rear as per usual. Perhaps we should turn him right side up. That's a big ass turtle, I didn't realize. Splat. There. Oh. Hi. There's a whole menagerie here. Turtle's flying now. I should be concerned? Some of these animals look less than happy. Oh. A marvelous performance, truly marvelous. But then you did best the Lord of the Revel. By the Kobby, a talking turtle. Everyone else just looks at it perfectly.
I don't even know where to begin with that one.
Oh. I trust you will forgive me for my deception. 'Tis something of a Far Eastern tradition, the testing of strength and so forth. A bit rude, perhaps, but anyway, welcome to Ryzen Temple. I am Genbu, guardian of the sacred place, and leader of our little collective. Genbu? The self-same Genbu of the Tale of Tenzin? One of the 4 lords? Under normal circumstances, I would assume you named for the legendary being, but clearly this is anything but normal. Never in my wildest dreams did I think I would meet a talking turtle. We both look at him again. Oh, but every one of us here can speak your tongue. Is it truly so surprising? After all, we have each lived more than 1,000 years. Holy crapanola, that's an old turtle.
I knew turtles were long-lived, but I had no idea that was even possible.
In this wondrous land of ours, it is said that a beast which lives 1,000 years attains a measure of divinity. This temple is a place where such auspices may gather. But take not my word for it. Speak with my comrades and learn their tales. We will talk of the endeavor after. So you're the one that sent the note.
Well, we may as well do what he says. Besides, who knows what valuable secrets some 1,000-year-old animals may know?
Sure. Well, alright. Speak with the random auspices. Hello, Mr./Mrs. Fox.
A friend of mine, Tamana Gosen, once called this place home. Possessed of 9 tails, her power far eclipsed my own.
Oh.
But one day, she left to live amongst man. What became of her, I wonder?
Interesting enough, there's actually a series of Fate side quests that tells that story, I believe. And it does end in a mount, too. And then there's a fat cat here.
Judging from the way you and that woman are golfing, I'm guessing you're not from around here. Don't know how it is in your homeland, but here, if an animal manages to survive 100 years, it begins to get ideas, delusions of grandeur. Some small power, sure, but nothing much to speak of. Survive 10 times that, and you become a full-fledged auspice, though. Speech! Magics! It's quite the change, believe me, which is why we call it the change. What? I never said it was something clever. Anyway, point is, don't let our appearances fool you. I can kick you 5 times before you hit the ground. But I won't, on account of me being civil. For now.
A cat being civil and me having to trust it. Yeah, I'm probably gonna leave that comment there. Oh! You're the weasel we fought as the second boss, aren't we?
Hey, that hurt. You didn't have to give it everything you had in that fight, you know. I only just went through the change, so it's not like I was going to slow you down that much. Well, I suppose you didn't know it was all for show, and I was probably really intimidating. Oh, right. You were asking about the collective, weren't you? Yeah, let's see. Genbu's the oldest of us. Oldest in the Far East, too, I think. One of the 4 lords. So as you can imagine, he's much more powerful than regular old auspices like me. Ah, but you probably already knew that already.
I think I remember the 4 lords being based on the 4 animals from Chinese mythology. And I do specifically remember there being a tortoise among that group. So, I don't know. I have to look that up and remember. Well, this was semi-enlightening, I suppose.
Now that you have a grander understanding of who we are, I shall tell you of the rather thorny predicament we now face. The divinity of we auspices manifests in myriad ways. For example, I possess clairvoyance, and with my preternatural power have I seen a vision of the Ruby Sea, or Yongsha of Hingoshi, subsumed by roaring flames.
Oh dear. We gotta stop that then.
This is no distant future, I fear, and if we are to avert it, we must needs enlist the assistance of an exemplary warrior, one such as he who faced the Lord of the Revel and lived.
What should we do? What should we do? Calm down, Tataru, I'm right here.
Fear not, little one, for I have a plan. But to understand it, you must first understand the duality which lies at the heart of we auspices.
Duality?
The Aramitama, the primal rage, and the Nikimitama, the boundless calm. These elemental forces comprise the soul of an auspice, and it is only when they are in balance that we are truly ourselves. Alas, over great spans of time, or when caught in the midst of tumultuous events, this balance may be disrupted, and the soul may be divided. An auspice overcome by the Aramitama is a wild, feral thing, all the more dangerous for their divinity. Calamity and catastrophe invariably follow. Tremors, floods, which destroy men's worlds.
Auspices can bring about these natural disasters? How frightening.
Perhaps, but you must remember that there are auspices who delight in aiding the peoples of these lands. Auspices who may have even wreaked havoc in the past. Recall you the tale of Tenzin and the 4 lords? I heard you talking about it earlier upstairs.
The one Sorobon told us before, about the samurai and the auspices who drove the Oni from the island into the sea.
Just so. Yet I fear his accounting of events is not quite accurate, for it was not only we and Tenzin cast out from our place, but an auspice. An auspice with the power to move heaven and earth. Koryu. Wholly consumed by the Aramitama, he stoked the flames in this island's heart until it very nearly erupted into a fiery maelstrom. Tenzin led us in battle against our mad brother, and together we sealed him in this temple.
And just like most things that are sealed up, he's about ready to pop open and awake again, right?
But as the truth of the tale fades from memory, so too do our wards weaken, I fear. Should Koryu break free, he may well finish what he began, and ensure my vision of flames comes to pass.
So, long story short, you want Dekumon to give this Koryu what for when he wakes up?
I mean, I probably could do it.
I should think not. His accomplishments notwithstanding, it would be foolish for any mortal to face Koryu without proper assistance. To it, that of the 4 lords.
regrettably, I am not the young auspice I once was. And to make matters worse, my 3 compeers have nearly succumbed to the Aramitama.
Great. Well, that probably accounts for the 3 trials of this set, doesn't it? Me smacking around the other 4 lords.
Kami forfend. 3 of the 4 lords have gone mad. The Rubisei is doomed. Nearly succumbed, nearly! Alas, in marshalling their strength to regain control, they are unable to commit their powers to the preservation of the wards holding Koryu in his prison.
Again, I think I just get to smack them around, right?
And now that you have a full and complete understanding of the situation, we may at last discuss your part in all of this, warrior. I would have you and your comrades face mine in battle and quell their raging Aramitama. What say you?
Very well, if it's the only way. So I don't get to kill them? Yeah, it's still something. No. Quell thy bloodlust, warrior of light. I'll do it.
You are an intriguing one, aren't you? We are grateful for your assistance. Let us brook no further delay and introduce you to another of the 4 lords. I informed Byakuya of your arrival when you first entered our domain. He should be returning any moment now. Come, come.
Alright. Just follow the floating turtle, I guess. Where, oh where is my turtle gone? Oh where, oh my, that is a big kitty. That is a very big kitty. Well, clearly he's Byakuya.
Old friend, the day of reckoning draws nigh. The wards will fail and Koryu will break free. Before he does, you must quell the raging Aramitama in your soul. This warrior will help. Doubt not his strength, for he has danced with Susanoo himself. A bold, audacious claim. Yet if Genbu believes it true. The more I look at you, the more of him I see. A similar presence, by chance. A light. Very well, I will bow to my brother's judgment. Wonderful! Then without further ado, I shall bid my comrade relax and surrender to the Aramitama.
What? Here? Now? Won't you go on a murderous rampage?
Why yes, that's rather the point. He will be reduced to that feral beast.
You mind letting me get a couple more people here first?
And then it will be, Dekumon, was it? Dekumon's turn to do battle with my brother and help him quell that fury within.
But if all it takes to quell the Aramitama is battle, then why did you not do the same for Koryu? Why seal him away?
Because it was too late. As I said, Koryu was wholly consumed by the Aramitama. Naught remained of his Nigimatama. All that he was forever lost to us. The effort I expend to hold back the fury I will instead use to safeguard the calm. It is then that you must act. But know that if you fail, it will only hasten my fall. My soul is in your keeping, Dekumon. Do you understand?
Don't worry, you're in good hands.
Then let us quit this place. Genbu may not mind the chaos, but if I am to wager my everything, I prefer to do so in the land of my birth. To look on those familiar wilds with eyes that may soon belong to another.
I haven't done this fight in a long time.
When you return to the island, look for Fury. He will guide you back here.
Given the circumstances, perhaps it is best that we stay here. Would be that acceptable?
Oh, Sorobon, was it? Be at ease. I have a task for you and your excitable little urchin. Follow me.
Urchin? Why the nerve? Did that tiny talking turtle just insult me?
Anyway, I need to find... Yeah, he's not far. I can teleport to the House of the Fierce. There he is, and there are an awful lot of tigers around here, so I guess it does make sense that he was bored in this area.
We are here. My earliest memories are not pleasant. From birth, I was shunned by man and beast alike.
For my snow-white fur marked me a harbinger of doom. Cast out and hunted, I struggled to survive. But I endured. I grew older and wiser, and one day I resolved to protect this place and those that call it home. For in spite of everything, it was mine as well. In time, they came to see me as a guardian instead of a demon. And yet, for all I have done to rise above the beast within, I may fall to madness and become the sum of their fears.
Not on my watch, Byakuo. I'll deal with this. Have faith, you will not fall. I've bested Kami, you know. You're in good hands. Nah, have faith. I'll take care of you.
Such confidence from one so young. But his age in of itself does not confer wisdom, nor does youth go hand in hand with hubris. I warn you, for centuries has my Automitama grown and festered. Hold nothing back, for I will not. Warrior, the time has come for you and yours to make ready. May the Kami grant you strength to save my soul.
Well, this is gonna be a fun-looking battleground at least. There we are. The Jade Stoa, our first trial. All right, back to the duty finder. Let me clear off Hell's Lid. And here we are, the Jade Stoa. At the heart of every auspice is a duality. The Aramitama, the primal rage, and the Nigamitama, the boundless calm. Byakuo of the Four Lords is on the verge of becoming consumed by his Aramitama. And should this come to pass, he will forever be no more than a feral beast. And so, it falls to you and yours to face the legendary auspice in battle, to quell the madness within and save his soul. Been a while since we've had a trial that wasn't a primal. Anyway, item level for this is 325, so again, we should be fine. Whoa, I don't remember seeing this much bamboo around.
It begins.
Oh.
Receive of me my fuel, children of man, and quell it!
Okay. Dude, I gave you the wrong voice! Should I be concerned? I feel like I should be concerned. Oh my. He went through a little bit of a growth spurt there. Anyway, this is Byakuo Normal, and let's see if I actually remember how to do this fight.
There is no turning back!
No, there is not. Give everybody their free buffs. Lay into him. And abuse that dang Vuln down he's got. Or Vuln up, I'm sorry. And just give Vuln up. Defense down. I love the fact that he just stomps on the poor tank.
Steal yourself!
Oh, hi. I thought that was me he was landing that on. Anyway, this is his first attack. He grabs one of the players and just body slams them into the rest of the group. And then proceeds to does a big old 3/4 cone as he sweeps the leg. And my dots have fallen off because I was not paying attention. That's the Tank Buster, Heavenly Strike. And he took that like a champ. Anytime he says roar, ride, rage, he does this attack. Where the balls start to come out and play. Have you ever played a bullet hell game? Well, have you ever played one in a Final Fantasy XIV? That's about what this feels like. Although it's a really easy bullet hell, unless you're lagging. If you're lagging, you're gonna be in trouble. Little Iron Jaws. Reset my song. As he goes and does a big old line through the area. Kitty Cannon! And I really wasted that ephemeral arrow.
Balls is my right! Twice cast my balls!
He summoned his cat form as an ad. Nothing special here so far other than just lay into this guy fast because this is your DPS check. Oh. Disappears. We get a prox. I'm gonna waste a Wanderer's Minuet here. Better make sure I dot this guy this time. Pop some AoEs. Make sure everybody's putting out as much damage as possible. And here comes his big finale, the Roar of Thunder. This will do damage based on how much HP he has left. Now, you can't kill him outright. But as you can see, our big burst window came up, and he is basically at 1 HP. So this will do next to nothing. See?
All creation trembles before my might. Behold, fury given form.
Now we get our little interlude phase, where we get to ride the whirlwind. This is... I think most of the trials in this have an interlude phase, although they're all slightly different. Anyway, the best thing to do here is to point your camera purely vertical, because it will make dodging all these AoE attacks coming from the bottom so much easier. And beyond that, just move slow. You'll come in, do the donut. I believe his cat form will actually also show up and do line shots. Let me swing the camera around again. And just avoid all the death balls that are heading right for me. There's the cat. I just saw the cat jump up from below. Here he comes for the donut. Ooh, the sage is down. I love the fact that his corpse is still falling. And that should herald us coming back down for a landing. Yep. Ow. Time for the ultimate.
To ashes with you.
No! I don't want to be ashes. Oh, Sages, you were super late with that barrier.
Here
comes the music. Ah, the real fight music starts. Halfway through.
Lightning shift.
Chase, proceeding AoEs here. Don't mind me, I'm just gonna stand here. And of course he does a big old donut afterwards. Make sure my dots don't fall off this time.
Lightning shift.
There he goes again. Again, just let the first set go. Then the second one comes. Bring that back to the center, dude. All right. Oh, he's picking the spot. That wasn't on a particular person.
You're mine.
Oh, he did two. He did two. Group up, guys. Nope. Sweep the leg. Sweep the leg. And another giant laser. And the music comes into a big swell. That's another tank buster. Thank you. No, I'm gonna get nailed by. Oh, I thought for sure I was about to get nailed by that. Yep. Play with the balls again. I think this time he does 3 sets. Yep, 3 sets coming out. Ooh.
You are stronger than I dared hope.
Oh yeah, we're gonna finish this here shortly. He's already 6%. $1%.
No percent? I know, I let my dots fall off. There we go. Is Angry Tiger no longer angry? You ready to calm it down a bit? Oh. Well, he looks a little calmer now, at least. Feeling better, Byakko.
You are indeed the warrior they say, not unlike him in many respects.
Him? I assume you refer to Tenzin.
'Twas in another era that we first met, him and I. Long, long before the kingdom of Doma.
Didn't realize the Kingdom of Doma was that new.
I told you before of my past, of how I was shunned by man and beast alike for the snow-white fur that marked me as a harbinger of doom. Bereft of family and friendship and home, I wandered the mountains in search of a place to call my own. There I would accept my fate and await the inevitable. But death did not come, for I was unlike my brothers in more respects than my fur. With every century I grew stronger and stranger, monstrous. In turn, what few creatures dared traverse my domain withdrew further and further. Never had I been so alone. And then, one day I awoke to find a man standing before me. Bewildered, I rose and bared my fangs as I roared in rage.
No wonder nobody stuck around you. You see, someone coming up and your first instinct is to growl at them.
Begone, or I shall rend you asunder and feast on your flesh. What fool has the temerity to approach me thus? But the man did not flee. Rather, he stood his ground and said, "This fool is named Tenzin, and ever since he was a child he spoke the language of beasts." Then you know full well what you stand to lose. Return to your people, or die. But he simply laughed. He threw back his head and laughed at me. They would kill me if I dared. For fear of my talents I was banished. A harbinger of doom, they called me. In that instant, all my anger drained away. Tenzin's words had struck at the heart of me. Here was a fellow outcast, cursed by his kin for his very nature. That night, as I listened to his snoring, I realized I had found in this man a kindred spirit, or an easy meal, I hadn't decided yet. Soon after, we embarked on a journey together. In the days that followed, we met other solitary souls, and aided them as we had aided each other. But those are tales for another time. I doubt very much you are willing to stand here in silence while I recount my every adventure with Tenzin.
Yeah, no.
Come, let us return to the temple. Ginbu is doubtless eager to learn the outcome of our battle.
Holy shit. That cat can jump. You must be my passage back into the temple here. A little raccoon.
No need to explain. Ginbu's told me all about you and the thrashing you gave him and the others. Need me to escort you back to the temple?
Yes, please. The fact that was a quest marker was kind of odd, but I suppose you need to learn how to get back to the temple without having to rerun the entire bloody dungeon again. And I see Sorobon is here along with Tataru.
Well done, Dekumon. Well done. You have done my friend a great kindness, one we shall not soon forget.
What is Sorobon doing? I see him, what is he, praying? Practicing? What's going on here? What exactly did you ask Sorobon to do? I'm not sure what's going on, and I'm afraid to ask. Yeah, I'm kind of afraid to ask.
Oh, you needn't be so concerned. You know well the power of the Kojin's incantations, yes? I have but asked Sorobon to undergo a little training that he might assist us with the maintenance of the wards. He has demonstrated a remarkable aptitude thus far, in fact.
Oh God, how much longer must I continue? My arms are going to fall off.
Concentrate! Less chatting, more chanting.
What youthful energy! It has been far too long since we had the pleasure of such company. Not since Tenzin, I imagine.
I've been meaning to ask, what sort of man was Tenzin? We only just learned the stories, and you've already said they were half wrong.
Curious, are you? Very good, very good. Far too many people have no interest in the past. What to say? Well, for one, Tenzin was blessed with the self-same power Dekumon possesses. The Echo, I believe it is sometimes called. Alas, as you probably know from personal experience, such individuals are often regarded with suspicion, if not outright fear. Nevertheless, Tenzin was a generous soul who was ever eager to aid his fellow man.
So he had the Echo.
Indeed, he died as he lived, fighting for the sake of those he loved. You see, when he faced Koryu, we four lords were still quite young and weak, not even auspices in truth, and we could but look on helplessly as the two dragged one another to the brink of death. With the last of his strength, Tenzin imprisoned the mortally wounded Koryu. He then bequeathed to us a sacred treasure, a crystal which shone with an otherworldly light.
I have one of those. I have 6 actually.
Oft have I wondered if this crystal was the source of the powers we would grow to possess. Would we have become the Four Lords without it? In my heart, I think not. We built this temple to strengthen the wards and safeguard the Ruby Sea in Tenzin's stead. His legacy would be ours, and so it has been to this day. And so it will continue to be, but only if we can rely upon you to quell the Adamitama of our comrades. They can wait though. Byakuya needs his rest, and so do you, Dekumon.
In that case, it'd probably be for the best if I went back to Kugane. There's no telling what mischief that man will get up to in my absence.
Very true, very true. Hancock cannot be trusted.
I too should take my leave. Doubtless I am needed at Tamamizu.
Oh, you're not going anywhere. Your training is far from finished, my friend.
But I can't possibly refuse the request of the Four Lords, can I? Oh dear. I hate to impose upon you, Dekumon, but perhaps you can go to Tamamizu in my stead. It may be some time before I'm permitted to return home.
Yeah, I'll let him know you're on a field trip. Oh boy, this is a long first quest. I had a dungeon and a trial? Buchin!
So Sorobon will be staying with Genbu for a time.
How wonderful to hear.
I have no doubt he will make the most of his most blessed opportunity. Oh, I have another missive for you. 'Twas delivered personally by an unusual cat. An auspice, I presume.
Yeah, there's probably a big fat one, right? What does this say? What do we got here? You are welcome to come and go from the temple as you like. Furry will remain at his post above ground. You need only seek him out. Oh, well that's convenient.
I should be glad if you take him up on his invitation and look in on Sorobon every now and then. After all, he is in essence our representative there.
That is true. He is in effect your representative. Well, that's probably a good spot to stop this questline for now. So, if you've enjoyed this, please leave a like and favorite, and subscribe to join me for more Eros and Adventures. And as always, I'll see you in the next video.